leaning towards killing Kratos for some reason.
Yo,
So do
yo,
I.
yo, 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 yo.
I think this is Kratos' last rodeo.
Yo, shut your ass up.
He's gonna die.
Put, put me as the primary on
It's gonna
here.
be Atreus.
All right, all right. Welcome to the No Filter Podcast Light. We gonna make this shit quick. Fuck the formalities because we tried to do this shit at the hotel the other day and this shit didn't work out. But I had some topics that I wanted to talk about, and I want to talk about the topics. I want to talk about it. And I don't give a fuck. How you think? Anyway, the way that this is going to go is that we are going to continue what we were talking about yesterday, but we're going to start from the top and consolidate all of this into one session. It's going to be very short, very rapid. So we have here myself, Nelson, Kennedy is Honorable, and Devil Shooter. And we're going to be giving our little quick thoughts on these three subjects. First things first. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Retweet this shit if you could. It really would help me. I would really appreciate it. So,
Like, comment and subscribe.
and keep doing. No, stop. So
That's your intro, yo.
nope. So we got three things to talk about. We're going to talk about Starfield, Returnal, and we're going to talk about what's going on with the God of War. First things first, since we didn't talk about that yesterday, I want to hit up Starfield. There has been rumors. I don't think this is confirmed though, guys. I think that honestly, Starfield could be multi-platform, but here's the thing. Do we really care about fucking Starfield? And really, what the fuck is it? What is it exactly? Because I don't fucking know what it is. So I'm going to let you guys start off. Devil Shooter, what the fuck is Starfield? And why should we care if it's not on the PlayStation platforms?
I think he walked away.
All right, so what about you, Jeremy? What the fuck is By the way, Starfield is running off of the Creation Engine. This was confirmed. So there's that. We only got 5 minutes to go, guys. So, Jeremy, you're usually quick. What do you think about what Starfield is?
You just said enough information for me not to give a shit.
Just right there. So
That
what's
shit
your
is
take?
ugly. Fugly ugly.
What's your take? What's going on, Magnificent Block? You want to hop in there? You can. This is going to be a quick ass episode anyway. So, what do you think Starfield is, and why is it even relevant?
It's a space game that Xbox is holding out hope for.
Nobody knows what the fuck it is.
Nobody knows what it is.
I just want to put it out there while we
That
still
shit's
have
a long
moments.
ways away too.
It is literally a long ways away. That's been known. And
Probably their closest game now.
we don't even know what genre it's going to be. It's a lot of different things. It's not done by any stretch of the imagination, and it's running off that busted ass Creation Engine. Now, if they did so many modifications, and they don't have a good track record of this either. If they did so many modifications to change the engine, then it shouldn't be called a Creation Engine anymore. I don't think PlayStation need that bullshit. That's some whack ass shit. Whack. Your take, Ken Dishonorable. What's going on with it?
Xbox is the best box.
This nigga. This bald-headed bitch.
I mean, we don't know anything about the game. I'm personally interested in it, but I mean, I don't have enough information to like really give any opinion on it. I mean, the only thing that we know about it is that it's in space and it's supposed to be some kind of RPG game. I mean, there were some rumors that came out that talked about how the game might not have any combat or weaponry or anything like that. So I don't know what the fuck the game is. I don't know where they're going with it. So I don't know.
That'd be
I
funny.
need more information. It would be, yo, like low key. That shit would be
That'd be
hilarious.
fucking interesting. What is it? Checkers in space? What the fuck?
Yeah, they actually
I
said
heard
that it might be like
about
a
that shit.
atmospheric puzzle.
I heard about that shit. Man, that would be fucking glorious. I would cream
God,
my
that'd
fucking
be-
pants, man, if I heard that shit. That would be funny as fuck, man. And deserving for these whack ass
That's what they said.
Xbots. They'd be deserving. absolutely, positively deserving for
They
sure.
said it might be an atmospheric puzzle game.
And then I heard that the pictures that they had that was for it that wasn't even fucking. It wasn't even like a real picture. Like what's that supposed to be about?
I don't
You
know.
gotta have hope, I guess.
I mean, I'm curious to see what it's about, but
You
there's just
gotta
not enough information.
you gotta have faith, the faith, the faith. You gotta have faith.
Have something to hold on to, and they don't really have anything to hold on to.
Mm,
That's
mm,
you
mm,
know
mm,
I'm not
mm.
even a
materialistic.
Bethesda fan either, man. Like, I really don't like
They
Bethesda's
I
games,
like
man.
Oblivion. I like Fallout 3, but I mean
Yeah,
that's
but
where it ends.
you're mentioning old fucking Bethesda games. What
That's
did
when
they
they were
do?
good.
That's what
They
I'm
haven't evolved.
saying.
They never evolved. They never evolved.
What
They
are they
devolved.
doing? What are they doing like relevant? That's the question. What's the
That's the last
relevance?
thing I thought they were. I didn't even like Skyrim. I thought it was a fucking drawn out Oblivion where they took all the dialogue out of it.
Man,
They
they
made
Yo,
it bigger. Like that's cool.
I'm gonna say this really
More
quick, man.
nothingness.
The only Bethesda game and studio that I really actually like is Tango Gameworks, and they did
the fuck are they? The fuck is
The
that?
Evil Within games.
Yeah, I like the first one.
I like both of them.
I
I
haven't
thought
played
Yo,
the
they were
second
cool.
one that
wasn't
much.
there going to be like a Evil Within next generation where you can trap? Was it Evil Within? What was that game? And you could travel to like different galaxies. It was almost like No Man's Sky, but like way higher production values. Was it Evil
Are you
Within?
talking about Beyond Good and Evil?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Who makes that?
That was fuck. That wasn't Bethesda. Hold on, let me look it up.
While you look that up, we are going to move on to our next topic. See, I told you this was rapid fire. This is exactly how I fuck quick. So the next topic we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about Returnal. We're going to do this backwards, right? So there has been some rumblings about Returnal flopping. It fell out of the UK charts, top 10. Fell clean out, like my penis when I fuck a girl that's big. And the problem with this is, right? Nobody knows why. Now I think it was Colin Moriarty or Mayonnaise, whatever the fuck this nigga's
Colin
name is.
Moriarty.
Moriarty.
I've yet to watch him, but I've heard of his channel.
He stated, and he still has some pull in the industry. He stated this, which was interesting. He
It's
stated,
Beyond Good and Evil 2 is a Ubisoft game. Ubisoft is the one developing it.
he said about time to get back to work.
Yeah, I haven't heard shit from that in like 4 years.
Me either, man.
I think the guy left that was working on that, like the
What's going
main
on, Pug?
guy, and I ain't heard shit on
Who
it
was the
since.
developer? My bad. Who was it?
Ubisoft,
Ubisoft.
but they haven't said nothing about it in years, and most of the main people that were working on it left.
Ubisoft said they ain't even gonna make nothing crazy. But anyway, going back to Returnal. So it fell out of the top 10 spot. That's what it did. We all know that, right? If you don't know, now you know. Now, the curious question with this is what exactly does that mean for Returnal? And Colin stated that Sony didn't make that many physical copies, which the top 10, right, is only calculating physical copies. Only physical copies. And they may have run out. Now, a lot of people were under the impression, they were like, oh, well, it's starting to fail. It's failing. Oh, the sky is falling. Returnal is failing. It's failing because that save feature, we need it. It's too hard. It's a double A game, which I call it in the PlayStation Culture podcast, double A and a half is what I would call Returnal. And that's not even a slide to the game. But
It's triple anus.
double A and a half. Who the fuck is working from home? What is that? Who's laughing? Who is it?
Oh,
That was me.
Double shooter. This nigga working.
Bandit's back.
So my whole thing is this: double shooter. Yo, what's going on?
Someone in the chat said something pretty funny. If you watch MBG streams, But continue.
Who? In my stream? Well, who? I mean, my
Yeah,
chat? What did they say?
yeah. It was one of the panel members. I don't know which one said it.
Right now? They said something right
In
now?
Josh's chat.
Yeah, they said something that you'll get a laugh at it if you watch MBG streams.
Well, get back to work?
Let me see, because I watch his streams all the time. Let me see what he said.
I don't see anything but get back to work.
I'm confused. Are we on the same topic?
I don't even know what we talk about. You came in here with your Microsoft Teams.
No, I laughed, and you go, "What are you laughing at?"
You said somebody said something in my chat.
No, not in the chat. In the panel, right?
What panel?
Not in the chat. I'm sorry.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the people talking right now.
I
Kev or Nelson said it.
only have 3 people in here, 3 comments.
Yeah,
It was probably me.
yeah.
Oh, he said
Are you the
something.
one who
Oh,
said
what
Nelson?
world verse? Pablo, what's going on? Yo, bro.
My
I'm just
bad.
coming back from my temper. Anyway, so here's the thing. Everybody's been asking this question. Should Sony add a save feature because Returnal is failing? Right? Because it fell out of the top 10 UK charts. Now, just a preface. I'm going to tell you this, right? Sony didn't make that many copies because they anticipate you're not going to make a whole bunch of shit knowing that it won't sell. That's a waste of fucking money. It's a waste of money. So they made a certain amount. And besides, they want people to actually buy it from the store because they get more of a profit. So that's why it's dropping down if you didn't know. But my question is, did it or did it not fail? Devil Shooter, did it fail? Returnal. Did
I don't
Returnal
know.
fail?
I don't know what the sales are. I don't know.
Do you think it
I
failed?
haven't been keeping track of return.
All right, so you look at other podcasts.
Based on what how, no, I watch like one other podcast, and I watch it because I have to do the times. Well, I don't have to, but I do the timestamps for it. But other than that, I haven't been watching very many podcasts here lately, so I don't know. But based on what I've seen of like the hype around it, I don't think it did. Like everyone was enjoying it. It was on the top selling list for quite a while. Like it was like second or so behind Ratchet and Clank, wasn't it? Like as far as I know, it didn't fail.
It fell out of the
It
top
did pretty
10.
good as far as I.
It fell out of the top 10
mean,
of UK
As long
charts.
as it's selling within Sony's expectations,
Yeah,
it's not a
it's
failure.
clear that they are anticipating a certain number. So that's what I will say. What about you, Nelson? What do you think? Do you think it failed? Do you think they need to add
I
a
think
save
it met
feature?
expectations,
Damn,
and I
nigga, let
think
me
it'll
finish my
exceed them.
statement. Shit,
Fuck me,
did it
fuck.
fail because of the non-save feature? Now go.
I said, well, I'll say,
Eternal fails
because of the
because it's when it's
non-save
over
feature.
with
I mean, I'm sure it turned a lot of people off. Like, I'll only play it at night now, because I might walk back and kids turn off the TV or something like that and
I
shut
know
the
you
shit
be
off, or
salty as shit,
turn on
man.
something else, or kid smacks kid in the head with the bat, or it's just distracting. And Celine need all the attention in the world.
She do. That ass calls for a lot of attention. What about you, Ken?
Yeah, it does. Otherwise, you get smacked in the face.
Kenito,
Yo,
what you take? What you take on it? I haven't seen any
uh,
numbers around it. I'm just reading.
that
Keep continue.
that game flopped like a motherfucker.
All right, so he's doing that. So Pablo, I'm gonna address Pablo, and then you can go back. It fell out of the top 10 spot of UK. That's why I mentioned it. And then people are
No,
complaining
no.
about the game is too fucking hard. So I
Nah, let
felt
me be serious, man.
it
I
was a reason.
um nah, I don't. I honestly, man, I don't think the game failed, man. I think it's just a niche game. You know what I mean? And I mean, if what you said, like if I didn't know what you said, then yeah, probably like about the physical sales, then yeah, I probably would be a little bit more concerned. But I mean, in all honesty, man, even if it didn't sell that well, in general, I mean, it's a niche game. There aren't that many PS5s out there. You know what I mean? And we're in the middle of a fucking pandemic. You know what I'm saying? So it's
That's
like,
true.
how many people are you expecting to reach? You know what I'm saying? So,
Well,
A
apparently,
but I
niche
think what it
game,
was intended to do.
$70.
apparently it's a AAA game, and you know, it's supposed to do it like fucking The Last of Us numbers is supposed to do fucking
No,
uh
hell no.
what was the other one? Spider-Man's
Mm.
numbers. People were saying some wild shit like that too. I was like, what the fuck? People were saying
That's
some wild ass shit. The game is
We
niche,
brought this up before. Like
and not a lot
Bloodborne
of
didn't
people
sell that
really.
much because it's a niche game. I
Well,
mean, and it's on
Bloodborne
one
was coming
platform.
off of a lot of rumors. People were kept saying, "Oh, ooh, Bloodborne." No, they kept saying PS5 doesn't have any games because at the time, the one Xbox One had games because of Don Matrick, where they were releasing games like Recore, at least
Quantum Break. They
at
had
least the implications that they were releasing games, and Sony didn't show their hands
Chunks,
at the time, so that was the
Rise of
thing.
Rome.
Yeah. So Pablo, of course, you found numbers around that it uses math to create the game. What depth loop is similar to Returnal? Man, get that
Doesn't look-
fucking game. I will not support Deathloop. First of all, I didn't like it. Secondly, if I give them money, then I'm helping Microsoft, and I just cannot
Oh,
do that.
I'm getting
Yo,
Deathloop.
be
Forget
a
that.
gamer first. man.
Deathloop looks awesome.
Be a gamer
Be a
first.
gamer
I am
first.
I am helping all gamers by destroying Microsoft in my own little way. They need not, as long as they continue to be who they are, be in the game space. That's how I feel. If they were innovative,
think-
if they were innovating things, then that would be great. It'd be great. But they're not
I think
innovating shit.
Deathloop is interesting, man.
Man, you doing that? Man, you the type of nigga that have an ugly ass bitch. Be like, well, I mean, I'll find she's cute. I mean, you know.
I mean, she a little thick around the edges,
I
you know what I'm
mean,
saying? But she
got a-
cute though.
I mean, she got a lazy eye, but she cool. Oh, I say cool. Yo, she cool.
I knew this girl with a speech impediment. She liked me, yo.
Yo, I bet you she stuttered. Yo, she'll add great tactile feeling when she's giving head. That's a horrible thing to say. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize.
I mean, she wasn't like like retarded or anything. She just had a speech impediment.
I have a speech impediment. I stutter.
You like sucking dick. That's what it is.
That is. It is. It's hard for me to speak with a cock in my mouth, but no, I do. When I'm really tired, I will stutter hardcore, like really, really badly. But you'll never figure that out. You'll never know. Going on to our last topic, right? We have one more bonus topic, by the way. And this is the thing that the PS5 has no
PS5 doesn't have any
I know,
games.
right? God of War. So there was a topic of this discussion with God of War, and people were saying that God of War was going to be a PlayStation 5 exclusive. And no one seems to know why it was delayed. They mentioned it was coming out for the PS5 this year, but that doesn't look like a thing. Jason Schreier said it wasn't going to fucking come out. My take is this, and I want to hear your guys' thoughts. My take is this personally, that they were making a PS4 version. Saw how Miles Morales was doing, right? Saw how people were like against it, and then on top of it, God of War Next Generation only, baby. Yo, I hope so. I think they saw that with the SSD, because remember there were like hardcore like loading times, right? And God of War, they just hit it well. You remember when you had to go through the doors, you had to walk through like a circle or whatever the fucking case is, and it was loading the whole time. You would just continuously walk in the circle until it loads. With the SSD, that doesn't have to happen at all, which won't impede on the actual gameplay experiences. And
I
then who
thought it was a
knows-
door that was like 20 seconds away that you regulated by speed, so that's how long it took
yeah,
to load in that next world.
It will
No,
definitely.
you could.
It was door to door, but they had it spaced out enough. You could only go at certain speeds, so
No, you could have gotten to the door before it loaded. Like you could be right there waiting
No,
for it.
I mean like when
and
you
then
walk.
loads pop
I mean
up
like
and
when
go
you
through it.
walk through the realm of realms, that one, where it looks off. It looks off.
Anyways, guys, I gotta go.
All right, take care,
Thanks for having me here.
Nope.
See you
sorry.
guys. And see you, Pop. If you're listening to this, Pablo,
Yeah,
see you, man.
Yeah, he saw you. But yeah, so
All
I
right, bro.
think that in general they couldn't make big environments because they didn't have the memory to do so. They couldn't make these bombastic, things. They just couldn't do it. They couldn't do it, and it was holding the show. I think it was holding up the whole show, and that's what ended up happening. And then they kind of made the decision. The executive decision was like, "Hey, just leave it on PS5." So that's what I believe is going on. What do you guys think of my theory? Don't all speak at once.
Um, I mean, like I said yesterday, man. Um, if anything, I mean, if it's true that it's a PS5 exclusive game, that's cool. But I have the suspicion that they had already had in mind that the game was going to be a cross-gen game and that it was going to be coming out late, not late, but in 2022. I mean, I think
So
I
why
would
did it,
love
why
for it to
did
be.
why did they say 2021 then?
I think they said
They didn't say
2021
nothing
just.
about a release date in 2021. They
Did they?
just said 2021. They
It
didn't say
don't
nothing
matter. They
specific,
they saying
anyways.
it's completely out the window of 2021. Like not even at all.
I think that they did it just to garner hype for the PS5 showcase last year, you know, because I think they wanted to have a few games at their show that would just like I don't know, like just bring the hype through the roof for the PlayStation console. I mean, they had a bunch of like obviously Demon's Souls and some other games, right? And Horizon was a big reveal. I think God of War, you know, I think they did that on purpose, just to kind of make people think that it might come out in 2021, but low key knowing that the game was probably going to be 2022. You know what I mean?
I really do think something on the back end definitely happened where they were able to, or it delayed it. Something happened and it delayed it. I really do think that they were able to pull it off, at least close to it. But then something happened and it did it. That's my conspiracy theory. What about you, Jeremy? What do you think about this shit?
About it being PS5 only.
No, about my conspiracy theory.
Sorry, I was reading something. I missed it.
This nigga, yo. All right.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ, man. All right, so here's the thing. I'll repeat it again. I'm already on a fucking, like, my time is limited on this podcast. I basically thought that it was going to be a cross generation game. So when he saw that it was most likely not going to happen, they saw the sales. The PS5 or 4 was holding back the PS5 version. And it was probably, they want this to be the best game that they can possibly make. And someone made the executive decision to cut the PS4 version altogether. But I feel like the PS4 version created an issue and delayed the game. What do you think about the implications?
I'm hoping you're right, honestly, because I'd like to see it next gen only. But I mean, when they said 2021 too, they didn't say if they were going to show gameplay in 2021 or whatever. But I think everything got moved 3 to 6 months back because I think Ratchet and Clank was supposed to be like a March or February. I think Horizon was supposed to be like a June. You know what I mean? I think they were looking at God of War in like October with COVID pushing everything 3 to 6. I mean, I think it's going to end up back in March. So you
I
know what I
mean,
mean? That's when we thought COVID was like a new thing, like it was gonna be around for a couple months, and the shit still like affecting shit a year and change later.
obviously there were some things that were switched around, obviously, because um, GT got delayed officially
Yep.
2022. So I
That shit
mean that
always
was
that shit
supposed
always get
to.
delayed, yo. I mean,
Ratchet and Clank looked like it was gonna be a launch title though, and it's June.
Yeah, so I mean there were like some internal delays. I don't
Nobody else
know.
even getting games out. Period.
I don't know, man. I don't think cutting the PS4 version of the game to like to if there was a PS4 version of the game, I don't think that makes sense to be honest, man. Because I mean if you assume that they've been working on the game for the last few years, whether it was either for the PS4 and the PS5, or to the spec that they had for the PS5 at the time, I mean, you would think, logically speaking, that the game would have to be, you know, past a certain threshold of
Pug, you're gonna
development.
like
You
this.
know what I'm
Now
saying?
you're gonna like this bonus subject, by the way.
So I don't know, man. I mean, maybe. I mean, I'm not a developer, so I don't know, but I've never made a video game before, but I mean, if I were to say that it was a possibility that they cut a PS4 version, then my thing would be like they never had one in the first place. You know what I'm
Well, you
saying?
can still make something and say no, because Horizon Forbidden West was a PS4 game, and they made the PS5 version at some point, or
Yeah, but
making a
it's just
PS4
still a
version.
cross-gen game though. That's the thing. Like if you're saying that God of War
They
is
didn't
supposed to be a
have to make the
PS5
PS5
exclusive,
version, is what I'm saying. I think it can go the other way around.
it might. I don't know. It's hard to say, man. I think it's more likely that, if there wasn't a PS4 version, then it wasn't a PS4 version from the beginning, or it wasn't planned to be a PS4 game from the beginning.
It could have been.
Rather than it's
It
like
could have
late in
been.
development they cut the PS4
It
version.
could have been like a like on the table, and like kind of like someone trying to make it work and it didn't work. Either way,
Maybe.
we I don't know. I don't know why it doesn't make sense that they can't cut a game if it wasn't working out. They've done it before, but we're gonna save that for another day. Now, this is gonna be a norm, by the way, for my podcast. Right? We're gonna have three topics typically, and then there's gonna be one like current event topic, real quick, nothing crazy. So I want to say this, right? My topic is this: I went to Florida, right? I went to Tampa, and in Tampa, you didn't have to wear any kind of masks in the gym, in restaurants, or anything of that nature. And it got me thinking to myself. I know this is like a sharp change, but it'll get better over the next episodes. But did you guys ever think about this? Because I'm not even going to be on some conspiracy theory shit. You ever go into a diner though, and they say wear your masks when you're
That
checking
brings
in?
us up every time we go to
Damn
a
it!
restaurant.
God damn! Fucking hell!
Sorry, that was relevant to my life.
You go into a diner, right? And they tell you wear your mask, right? And then you get your seat, and then you could take it off to eat. You can take it off to eat your food. What is the point of being in the diner if when you're speaking and talking and eating, you're spittling the fucking COVID virus if you have it, and it lingers in the air like any other cold virus? You ever think about that? You ever think about that? You ever think about in schools, kids can be 3 feet apart for some reason? For some reason,
No,
in the school they 3 feet apart, but everywhere
I
else
want
is
some.
six
I
feet
want
apart.
some scrimps, yo. I want some scrimps, yo. I want some bread too. Why do white people got bread? I want some bread.
Like I don't get it. I don't understand these really weird precautions. None of it makes sense. And then they say that, oh well, you might as well wear 2 masks. Why?
Yeah, you
The
did.
government is listening.
You got that. You got that North Carolina internet, yo.
Nah, the government's on. They
All right.
didn't like that shit.
You might as well wear 2 masks.
Oh, we're back on.
I think it's back on.
Why? The government is listening. So that's my thing. Do you guys think about that? No, for real. Like, what's your take on that? Sony didn't wear a condom
Um,
either in Florida. This nigga.
I mean, to be honest with you, man, I was never really like a big mask person, because I mean, from the jump, they already had like information out there, um, sort of saying that there were only like certain demographics of people who were really susceptible to getting it in the first place. And the people who did get it, um, for the most part, they had a high chance of success. So I mean, I wasn't really like a mask person. I started doing it more and more, but as far as like, does it make sense that they do that? I mean, to mandate wearing a mask and and then have people crowded into a restaurant or something like that. No, I can't say that that makes sense. But I don't really think that they care, to be honest. I think what they really care about is just abiding by the rules of the CDC, whatever, just so they can maintain their business. So
Well, I think my issue was what the CDC is doing in general. What about you, Jeremy? I'm sorry to cut you off.
Sorry, we're literally paraphrasing my dad all last summer. I had to listen to that shit, dude. Every time we went to a restaurant, dude, he was like, "The fuck, I gotta wear a mask on to walk into the motherfucker, but I'm gonna sit down, fucking be slapping my fucking food all over the fucking place, fucking drink, fucking, you know,
It just did.
cracking jokes and shit, spitting all over the fucking table, shit, fucking,
It
just don't make no sense.
it just didn't make
It
any
don't make no
fucking
sense.
sense at all. They flippity floppity all fucking day. No, you don't have to wear a mask. Actually, you have to wear a mask. Now they paying you $5 million to get the vaccine. Mm, nah, nigga, I'm good. Why you pay me that much money to
Wait,
put this shit?
5 million?
Yeah, in New York, you can get $5 million if you take the vaccine. You have a chance to win $5 million.
Yo,
Oh
honestly,
fuck
man,
that! I ain't playing no lottery shit.
I think that they're going to start mandating, certain things for people who don't have the vaccine. I mean, they've already
No, I
started
think
doing
I
it.
think that I think what's going on now is that people are kind of fighting back. Like when I was in Florida, like I was talking to you a couple days ago. You were like, "Oh fuck, I forgot my mask." You did not need a mask any fucking where, anywhere, 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 except for the airport. That was it. It was beautiful. It was glorious. It was delicious. No masks. And besides, the survival rate for the fucking COVID is very, very high, like 99.4%. And then
It's
people
really stupid high, man.
and
It's been like that from the beginning too.
people are like, "Oh, fuck, you don't know what the side effects are." Well, I don't fucking know what the side effects are for the fucking vaccine. I just found an article, regular news, that when an adolescent gets the fucking COVID vaccine, it makes their heart temporarily swell up. Nah, I'm all the way good on that one. People are pushing back from this, just to let you know.
And
Now,
they were talking about like clogging too, man, like blood
blood
clots and stuff
clots and
like
shit like
that.
that. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
serious
I was
business.
like,
It's
nah,
serious
nah,
business. It's
fam.
serious business. I wouldn't. You
I'll take my
you
chances.
take your chances with the fucking virus
Virus.
over whatever the fuck cocktail that they have going on. There's real issues with this fucking virus. And I mean the vaccine and the virus, the stuff that they're telling you to do is too flippity floppity. People are like, "Yo, I took the vaccine. Do I have to wear it?" "Oh, you don't have to wear the mask." "Oh, actually, you do." Like, I don't even know what the fuck to do. Let's say I wanted to take the vaccine. I don't even know what to do. But either way, I wanted to kind of draw attention to that. This is what I'm going to be doing for my podcast, right? It's going to be video game stuff, but it's going to be like a little current event thing at the end. You know what I mean? To let you know just some things I'll be thinking about typically. You know what I mean? Beyond gaming, I feel like that's wholesome for this channel here. But definitely leave a like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed before. Um, Retweet it, share it. I would love to do that. I want this channel bigger than what it is, just so we can build a decent community. But thank you guys so
But the
much.
question is, do you want it bigger than your dick?
Oh, it's already bigger than my dick. It didn't take that much. I, it's been. I mean, when I first created the channel, was already bigger than my dick. Either way, guys, you guys take care, guys. I gotta pick up my